Okay, there we go. Hey everybody, I'm getting set up, so give me a minute. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I had to get everything set up. Welcome everybody to Cooking with Joel. And a little bit later, I'm going to have my husband in. And I'm going to move you guys to the table for a few seconds so that everybody who wants to join us can join us. I'm actually going to flip the camera for a second. So, hey, Ladybug. Yeah, it's not going to allow me to do that tonight. I'm going to have to talk to Chelsea about how to do vertical versus horizontal. Okay, so my husband is going to join us in a little bit. He's sitting right here. That's Bob. Of course, you guys know me as me. I'm going to let a few more people slide in here. Hopefully we get a few more viewers in here. Not that we don't enjoy your company, Ladybug. Oh, hey, Betty. Welcome. We're going to do, let's see if I can get, I don't know if I can get my husband. Yeah, there he is. He's not that close, but Betty says hi to you.
Hello.
So is the sound good? Let me know in the comments. You can hear me all really well. Of course, you could probably hear me without the camera and the microphone, but I want to make sure levels are good. Can you hear me? Yep, I can hear me on my computer. So, okay, I'm just going to give maybe a couple more minutes to allow more people coming in. Welcome to my live stream. Oh, I have 157 people. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start the first half with the cookies, and then my husband is going to join me in the kitchen, and he's going to make drinks. And I just knocked the chat out, so give me a minute. Okay, there we go. All right, so it took me a minute. I had to work with getting dinner prepared, and then I forgot to have all of my ingredients ready for this live stream. So everybody knows how to make chocolate chip cookies. It's not a new recipe. They can be found on any box of Toll House cookies. Ugh. Of course, my camera doesn't want to do horizontal. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to move you guys. I'm going to have to be a little creative tonight. You guys might be on this side. My husband's going to man the computer as you guys are chatting to let me know what's going on. And that's not going to work unless I go like that. There we go. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients for this recipe. And it's my grandmother's original Toll House cookies. And this recipe goes back to the original Toll House recipe, which was done in I believe it was 1938 when this recipe was originally written. You're going to use 2 1/4 cups of flour. You're going to use 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That's going to make your chocolate chip cookies more on the softer side and less on the hard side. And 1 teaspoon of salt. So I've got my baking soda in my right hand and my salt in my left hand, and we're going to add that to the flour mixture. And I'm going to see if you guys are not going to be so top heavy. Unfortunately, the tripod you guys are on is a little bit awkward. Okay, maybe if I go this way, you guys will sit. Yeah, there we go. I knew there was going to be a way around it. I'm going to move you guys up a little bit. Okay, so let me angle you guys. Okay, there we go. So I've got my flour, my baking soda, my baking powder, and my salt all in this bowl. And I'm going to put that off to the side for a second. What you're going to want to do is cream 1 cup of butter, and that's 2 sticks of butter. So we're going to add this to our mixer. Anything happening in the chat? No? What's everybody up to tonight? And I can't wait for my husband to do his drinks, because it looks like it's going to be an interesting drink. He's got brandy and some other stuff on the kitchen table already. Of course, you're going to hear the mouthpiece and everything downstairs with my other dogs. I'm feeding one down there. What? It's the way that the garbage... Because usually when I have them on the garbage can... Hey, Todd! Yeah, Bob is at the computer right now. He's going to read the comments to me. So I've got my 1 cup of butter. In this one I have
Carmen Hood says hello.
Oh, hey, Carmen. Carmen Hood. I have 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar in this one. That's going to go into our mixing bowl, along with 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now we're going to make these chocolate chips a little bit different than the original recipe. The original recipe used chocolate that you would break up into bite-sized pieces. We're going to cream this, so it's going to take a couple of minutes for it to cream. I know you all know what creaming is like, because you all have either seen my videos or you've seen Chelsea cream butter.
Retirement Baby says relaxing and enjoying watching you cook. But I want a cookie.
Well, I know, Betty, you got cookies coming, because I know you said you were going to make cookies for your son and stuff. So I'm just going to mix this. That's not the mouthpiece that you're hearing. That's the actual alpha of the house, who is female.
Carmen, love you.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, you don't know what I went through to get this mixer. This is what I call my battleship. This can handle up to 13 cups of flour. So I'm gonna turn it up. It's gonna be a little bit loud for a minute. I'm gonna beat the hell out of this mixture. Okay, so I'm sure all of you guys have made chocolate chips at one time or another, but I'm going to lower the bowl. That's about what you want them to look like to cream. And then we're going to go ahead and add our other ingredients. Now, I told you this is going to be a little bit different.
Hi, Todd.
Yeah, that was Bob saying hi. He's going to come live. We're going to flip-flop in a little bit, and he's going to do his. So, this will take 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but tonight we're going to add a Christmas theme, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of peppermint extract in with the dough. And I'm going to move you guys a little bit. Okay, there we go. And the peppermint is actually what's going to change the flavor just slightly and make them kind of a Christmas cookie.
Ladybug said downsize to classic KA. Whatever that is.
Oh, she downsized to a classic KitchenAid.
Oh.
I have a classic KitchenAid, actually, Ladybug. It's underneath my new kitchen table, and it was my grandmother's. So I have the classic. The only reason I don't use hers as much anymore is because hers doesn't have the capacity that some of my great-grandmother's recipes ask for. Of course, I'd love to punch the person who put the plastic over the vanilla and the peppermint extract. I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of peppermint extract. I think if you do 1 full teaspoon, it's going to make the cookies too much of a good thing, if there is such a thing. So now we're going to add the 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract, and well, maybe not. So there goes 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we have our extracts. And I'm going to just give that a little bit of a stir. Now, we're going to add 1 egg at a time, and we're going to beat each egg as we put it in. You guys understand what I haven't even been drinking tonight. Yeah, my husband just said because he's going to make some awesome cocktails tonight, I hope. And you can definitely smell the peppermint. Now, if you want to do this more of a Christmas cookie, you can cut your chocolate chips by half. So don't add an entire bag of chocolate chips, but you can actually crush some candy cane or peppermint. And guys, stop! Sorry, my dogs are going crazy right now. So I'm adding my second egg, and I'm just going to beat this a little bit. If you put crushed candy cane in your dough after you mix everything and omit the walnuts, or put just a little bit of walnuts in it, you'll actually have a candy cane chocolate chip cookie, and that's really good. So I was going to do the chocolate sprinkles tonight. That kind of went out the window because I reread my grandmother's recipe, and that takes a long time to do. So there will be a video coming up on that. I just may not do that live. Oh, Todd, you're telling me. Just for this peppermint extract, I paid, and it is 1 fluid ounce. I paid $11.99 for it. So yes, your spices, and especially if you get the pure versus the imitation, the pures are really nuts in price. I stocked up, fortunately, I was blessed, I stocked up on them quite a while ago, so I have like 6 things of pure vanilla extract. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I know you guys all laughed at my hair. It did come out really well. It's a little bit darker than it should be, but it came out pretty good. Now my grandmother has added 1/2 teaspoon of water. So we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of water to this. And I think that has something to do with the consistency of how her cookies came out. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to give the flour and the baking soda and the baking powder and the salt a little bit of a mix. You do not need to sift this flour. Now, I'm going to dump this all at once into my bowl because I know my mixer can handle it. Now, the original Toll House recipe, as it was written, does have you sifting the flour. Nowadays, flour has gotten a lot better than it was way back in the 1930s and the 1940s. You don't necessarily need to sift every time unless the recipe specifically calls for it. Oh, okay. I don't know if I've had Redbird Puffs. Are those like the round balls that are kind of like, I don't want to say they're hollow in the middle, but they're not, what's the word? They're not like the hard version of a candy cane? Okay, yeah, I've had those too. Those are good. They kind of remind me of, like the little after dinner mints that you get when you go to like a fancy restaurant that used to have them. I don't know of many restaurants that still have like the flavored mints that you can get out of the thing. I think COVID knocked most of that out. So I'm just going to mix this for a minute. Okay, you want to set your oven, get it preheating to 375. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our nuts. I'm going to grab my nuts. They're all over here. And our chocolate chips. And this is actually one of the fastest cookies you can make. It really does not take long making this recipe. I could probably do this in my sleep if I had to. So I'm just going to dump the remaining bag. If you guys watched the video of, what did I make with, oh, the toffee squares. The remaining bag, I used half of the bag for the toffee squares. This now is the half that's going in the chocolate chips. And I'm just going to load it up with walnuts. You can add pecans. You can add almonds. You could probably do any nut you wanted to. I know you could definitely do macaroons, macadamia nuts. And then you get a Hawaiian version of the chocolate chip. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir and incorporate it.
Do we need to start hollering?
Huh?
Carmen said, do we need to start hollering, Tim?
No, I know to put on a timer. I'm usually good about that. I don't know why Chelsea always forgets to set a timer. Too funny. No, fortunately, my timer is actually, I'll show you guys, it's actually on my oven, so I can set that at the same time I put the cookies in. So, let's see. I'll lower the bowl, and I'm going to get all of this stuff off of my paddle. And this is a staple. Pretty much you could make this year-round. As a matter of fact, my grandmother, this is probably the most made cookie that when my grandmother was alive that she always made. Her holiday cookies, which we did the toffee squares, and I did the snickerdoodles that you guys saw earlier today. Those have been made. Now I've got 3 more Christmas cookies in addition of, obviously, to this one to be made. And that's the bullseyes, the chocolate sprinkles, and then the almond horns. So I'm just going to use my rubber scraper, and I'm just going to mix this in. And by the way, if any of you guys do make the snickerdoodles, and I know Chelsea's got a video, I think it's actually tomorrow, that she's doing her snickerdoodles. Make them smaller than I made. They didn't make many. They made just over 2 dozen, but they came out huge. I mean, they were literally a good handful of cookie. So I'm gonna move you guys up here. Bob, you want to start cleaning this off for me? Okay, there we go. So I've got 2 teaspoons. I've got a bigger one and a smaller one, and it always helps to have the smaller one to scrape when you're putting your cookies on a baking sheet. And you want to put these on a cookie rack that has not been greased because of the butter content. And I'm going to kind of move you guys over there. I love the timer. Only once did I actually forget to set a timer. I think it was for a roast. Or was that for the turkey?
You never set a timer for turkey.
Oh, that's true. I don't usually set a timer for the turkey. Well, you know what? I do when it's on the grill. If I smoke it, I do that. Okay, so you can usually, I think for these cookies, you can set 5 across on my gold pans. And if you're wondering why I have the gold pans, these are the Williams-Sonoma gold pans. I'm not sponsored by them. Maybe someday that would be a dream come true, but my gold pans are really, really nice. They're much bigger than a typical cookie sheet, which I can usually make an entire batch using just the 2 trays, depending on how generous I am with portion. So, I'm going to bring you guys in closer. That's about the size that you want to do. You want to just do it for the entire pan. And then I think while these are going in, we can chat a bit into the oven. And then I'll have my husband make a couple of holiday drinks. Well, I shouldn't say that they're holiday drinks. I have no clue what he's making, but he'll tell us. And hopefully I don't get that drunk tonight.
Go.
So, oh, Ohio. You live in Ohio, Carmen? Yeah, I know Betty, had commented on my hair dye I made Paul. Unfortunately, Paul is one of my UK, subscribers, and unfortunately, Paul, because of the time difference between here and the United Kingdom, is probably in bed and asleep, because he said by 1 a.m., and it's 1:24 currently over there. Oh, okay. I love Ohio. I go, in the summertime, I used to go to the Cleveland area, so, and of course, Dayton is, not where the Indianapolis 500 is, because that's in Indianapolis. But, I know the Dayton area. And let's see if Grandma wrote down how many cookies this makes. No, she did not. So I have no clue. She wrote down for some reason the snickerdoodles made 60 cookies, and I'm like, I only got 26 out of there, so I probably made them 3 times the size that they should have been made. Okay, to Central Ohio, yeah. Now, Todd, where are you from? Since we're all telling where we're from, I'm from Illinois. I'm just outside of Chicago, and I know Chelsea is in Southwest Michigan. She's at the, I think she's in the Grand Rapids, or close to Grand Rapids would be kind of what I would think the southwest corner is. Who knows? Maybe we live really close to one another.
Man after my own heart, Todd. Canton. Love it.
Oh yeah, Bob likes Canton because of the NFL. That's where the NFL is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I almost said Major League Baseball, and I'm like, no, that's outside of Albany. Okay, so I'm just putting these last few on here. I'm kind of cramming them in here. And let's see how many I have on here. I've got 2, 4, I've got 5 rows of 2, 4, 6. I could put, actually, hold on, let me move. I think I'm going to do 5 rows of 5. I think I can get 5 rows of 5 on here. Of course, my hands are clean. Sorry about the dead air. I'm trying to think of clever things to do. It's kind of, my husband's laughing at that. The more reason, oh, yeah, it's not based, of course my teams, the Chicago Cubs, did not do well this year. And they fired their manager, which I like David Ross, but I liked him as a baseball player. I didn't think he was quite the right coach that the Cubs needed. I can imagine. I mean, every year they add, what, 10 people or 8 people to the Hall of Fame? So, yeah, eventually, probably it's either going to be in its own city, or they're going to have to bring more of a museum. Oh, who doesn't like a good Idaho potato? Of course, my husband would, if you heard how much sour cream I put on mine tonight. Okay, so that should be, if I did my math, 2, 4, 5, 10, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. So there's 25 on the first sheet, and I'm going to finish, I'm going to slide that over, and I'm going to do the same thing to the second. Now, I don't have as much dough left. I used a lot, but I might get a little bit bigger with the scoops. And I think for some reason, I switched spoons. I'm using the small one now and the big one for leverage. Okay, so how many of you guys are cooking, making cookies for the Christmas season? Oh, all right,
Ladybug.
Ladybug. I'll see you later. I'll probably, no, I won't see you tomorrow. I've got a surprise birthday party, unfortunately, that I have to go to tomorrow. So I'm going to miss Chelsea's chat, but I'll see it when we get home. So have a good evening. Enjoy your dinner.
Pans?
No, these are full sheet pans. If you go on Williams Sonoma's website, look at their gold pans and look at their full gold pans. I think these are I can't remember. They're not 9 by 13. I think they're do you remember off the top of your head? No. My husband says he doesn't remember. I know my regular cookie sheet actually fits into this, and it has about maybe that much space from the bottom of it. I'll do, actually, while I'm doing this. So, this is my regular cookie sheet, and I'm going to do a comparison so you guys can kind of see, see the comparison of how big this is. So, yeah, that's a full pan. Yeah, they're one of William Sonoma's probably, I don't want to say their premier line, but they're what was it? Well, I've had these for quite a while. Probably 10 years at least. Yeah, I'm waiting for my husband to respond. But these are more expensive than the average cookie sheet. But what's nice is you can usually, if you do the right amount of dough, this one holds 25. So if you put another 25, that's 50 cookies right there. That's almost 5 dozen, right? Yeah, 5 times 12 is 60. So yeah, you're almost at 5 dozen cookies. And of course, if you're not heavy-handed, I know I've seen Chelsea. Of course, that's the mouthpiece now you're hearing. What do you want? You ate already. Edward. Lacey, don't growl at him. Edward, you're okay. Nobody's going to harm you. He gets nervous when I'm in the kitchen for an extended period, and he thought I was done after I made dinner. He didn't realize I was going to go live tonight. Mouthpiece, what do you want? And you can't have a cookie because these have chocolate in it. So, of course, the mouthpiece, quit barking at Ice. I know what he wants. He's barking at Ice. That's why he sees Ice right next to me, so he wants to be included in the conversation. So I don't have many left to do, although that one's going to be gigantic if I'm not careful, so I'll do it that way. Make sure you have clean hands if you do this. Obviously, you guys watch enough of my channel to know that. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to take one to the vet today. She was screaming in pain this morning, and I'm like going, ooh, I wonder if somebody stepped on her or something. And then the minute we get to the vet, she acts like her normal self, and the vet's like, she's fine. And I'm like going, okay. She's like, I'll give you some drugs. And I'm like going, I don't like to drug my dog if they're not in physical pain, but I'm like going, it's always good to have meds on hand in case I have to, but... Oh, and Shadow, by the way, Shadow, for those of you following the Shadows, is my Pomeranian, or our Pomeranian, Saga. She's doing much, much, much better. She's walking around. My vet told me not to have her upstairs, though, because she's more prone to falling down the stairs than any of my other dogs, and she said she doesn't want her to injure herself. So she's downstairs, and then my husband and I take turns carrying her up the stairs to go potty, and then we bring her back downstairs. But she's fully walking now. She's doing much better. I appreciate you guys all thinking of her. So, this made, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 20 plus 25 is 45 this made 46 cookies, so it made a little bit less than 4 dozen. It made one less than 4 dozen, right?
I don't know what you said, so.
I said, well, 25.
48 would be 4 dozen.
Yeah, and this is 47, so we're one short. So I'm just gonna wash the dough off my hands. I'm gonna pop these in, and these are gonna bake for about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. You want to check on them after 10 minutes, obviously, make sure that they're not burnt. So I'm going to stick these in the oven. And I promise I'm going to set my timer. So timer on. We're going to do 10 minutes and we'll check them. I think they're going to have to go a little bit longer. In the meantime, I'm going to move you guys over here because my husband is getting set up. Let me get out of his way. Oh, shoot. I need to put dog food away. So what are you working on tonight, dear?
Give me a minute.
Well, you could talk.
Well,
I mean, you know, you're being so
you're
quiet.
confusing me. Hold on. I need to know. I need one. Okay.
While you're there, can you put that in the refrigerator?
Of course.
Ah, thank you. Joys of being loved.
Okay. I
Take your time. It's a chat. You don't have to rush through this.
would you keep your mouth shut so I can talk?
Okay,
Jeez.
go ahead.
One of the things when I was looking at these things is I'm thinking of Christmas time coming up, and some of the things that we used to have. Eggnog hit me and things like that, which I don't like, by the way.
I was going to say, I'm not a big eggnog fan either anymore.
So I thought I'd try something a little bit different, which are going to be both, I guess you'd call them martinis, but basically they're drinks that are put into a stemmed cocktail glass. And the first one is going to be Brandy Alexander. Now I know we've all had them.
I've
All
never
right.
had a brandy Alexander.
Never?
No.
Oh.
I'm not a big brandy, I'll be honest, I'm not a brandy drinker unless it's in tea. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I didn't interrupt you.
No, but I mean, you know, we're chatting. This is a live chat. This is what a live chat is.
So we're going to try Brandy Alexander. Obviously, the main component is brandy. And also, we're going to use the dark cream de cocoa. Cream de cocoa, all right? And it's also a creamy drink. I'm making both creamy drinks tonight because I think that, you know, that sort of goes down easier for the holidays. I'd love to show you a holiday punch I make, and I was still trying to figure out how to do it. But the problem is it uses an entire 2 liters of 7-Up and an entire 750 milligrams of Southern Comfort.
Yeah,
So
it uses a lot of
it's
Southern
huge.
Comfort.
It's a huge punch bowl. So just for the 2 of us, we couldn't do it. So we're going to start with brandy. 1 ounce of brandy. Actually, it calls for a half ounce, but I'm making it a double.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
It calls for another half ounce of cream de cocoa, so I will put another ounce in there. A little bit more. Excuse me. There we go. All right. And this is obviously why they call it a creamy drink, because it calls for a half and half, or cream, possibly 2. However, that's quite a bit of.
So that's what, 2 ounces?
4 ounces, okay, of a half and half. Now, Joel, in case you're interested, I mean, we've talked about this before we did this. This is the shaker that's full of ice, and I have a.
You need it?
Have our stem glass over here. All right, and we shake it.
Okay.
I like these drinks for some reason. I don't know why, but I like to make a drink that uses a shaker.
I was going to say you never drink them.
No, I didn't say I would. So, all right. Hold on, I forgot something. Okay. So we're going to put this in. All right. And this is one that I love to garnish with nutmeg. Okay. That's sort of, whoa.
I was going to say.
I better be careful with that.
He except otherwise.
I thought the shaker was underneath.
Ah, thank you, Carmen. Yeah, I've been with them for it'll be 25 years this coming October or next October.
And that is.
I'm gonna kind of bring you in close so you guys can
Brandy
see
Alexander.
it. That's the Brandy Alexander. Now, who did you make this for, or are we just sipping it? Since I'm gonna try it.
I'm gonna try it since you've never had it. Okay.
And I can tell you why I've never had it. That's not
I'm
something.
sure he doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's one that I won't drink. I'm not like
it's okay. I do like brandy. A lot of brandy and tea and things like that. Speaking of which, he was talking about cookies while he was doing that. I do make cookies, and chocolate chips is the one of them that I do. And while he was while he is out camping at times, I use
in the hospital.
chips. But I use a melon ball scoop to scoop the cookies on.
What he's talking about is if I can find it.
Yeah, well, you gotta find it first.
Oh, I know it's in here. Well, this is one type that you could use, but
no, that's way too big.
Oh, well, then the one that I'm looking for, the one I'm thinking of.
It looks like an ice cream scoop that you.
You use the half ice cream scoop.
No, I didn't use what's called the melon ball.
This is the one that I was thinking he was talking about, but this one's too big. So it's probably the one that's half this size.
Yeah, exactly. Do me a favor and just sort of rinse those out.
By the way, since you said with the Brandy Alexander, dear, can you make it with a different flavor than the plain?
I'm sure you can. I'm doing creamy drinks tonight because that's sort of the holiday for me. Is more of a creamy drink than anything else. But
okay, well, what's the next one?
Now, the next one is called the let's see, what is it? Blue Hawaiian? No, it's not a Blue Hawaiian.
I was gonna say I'm hoping it's not a Blue Hawaiian because I don't like that drink either.
It's called the Blue Carnation.
Oh, Blue Carnation?
Yeah, Blue Carnation.
Okay.
And again, I was looking for something that was a little bit colorful for the holidays. And so this Blue Carnation has cream de cocoa, but the white one, and blue curacao. All right, gives you obviously the blue color. And I'm going to try these simply for the fact that it's something different. It's a creamy drink. I'm not going to guarantee it, but it's basically the same measurements as the Brandy Alexander. 1 ounce. And this time the main one is blue curacao. I'm sorry, the cream de cocoa. And then blue curacao. Obviously, it's called a Blue Carnation, and I'm sure you know why.
Well, yeah, because it's blue.
It's blue. All right. And I know he's not going to like this either. Well, but it also will call for 4 ounces of cream.
That's the killer if you're lactose intolerant. Some of these drinks are not great.
I need the if you would, there we go.
Okay. I knew what you needed.
All right, and again, shake it up.
Oh, Carmen says she likes a good whiskey sour. So do I, but I have to be in a whiskey mood.
We'll go into the things on rocks and we'll go into more of the highballs next time. Okay.
Well, you know which one we have to do eventually, probably towards the spring. Is if you guys have ever been to Hawaii, a lava flow. We have to do a good. I do make a good lava flow. Yeah, but do you remember what base you use?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
All set. And what brought me to these is we talked, one of the videos we made was the grasshopper. And so I thought I'd look at a couple more creamy drinks that are pretty traditional.
That's not, I prefer that over the Brandy Alexander. It's not a bad drink.
No,
I'm going to kind of lean you guys in.
It's a little bit of a sweeter drink too.
So, let's see. Okay. I don't have the longest arms, but those are kind of pretty to serve if you're getting doing a holiday get-together, and if you drink. I mean,
they're easy.
they're easy to make.
They're only a couple of alcoholic ingredients, and again, they're creamy, a little soothing at times. So that's all I have.
Well, you can chat. I mean,
well, no, I'm saying that's all I have.
That's why I'm doing a live chat is so we can chat. Okay, well, we have 30 seconds left on our 10-minute timer for our cookies, so I'm going to kind of angle you over there. I think they're going to have to go maybe another minute. I haven't peeked quite yet at them, but I can definitely smell them. I think you can too, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. My husband, Bob, says he can smell them, and it's counting down 7
I'm
seconds.
waiting for them, actually.
You gotta let them cool. I mean, I'm not gonna
necessarily.
Okay, well, honey, you need to move.
I'm...
Oh yeah, these need to go at least 2 more minutes. Sometimes if I make them really big, they're they're just starting to rise. Sorry, go on in there. So, oh, Todd says great job, Bob. He says thank you.
Okay, well, give them a try. I don't know.
And pre-retirement days,
Chelsea.
comfort foods and more when I drink. No, pre-retirement days. Chelsea is our urban homestead.
Oh, okay.
And she's not on. Her one of.
I knew she was leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a death in the family, so that's why she's out. Although she said she joined, she probably will see this eventually. She loves creamy chocolate drinks. And
well, I like.
I'm not a huge fan of the chocolate drinks as I am. I do like the creamy drinks once in a while. Problem is the creamy drinks can play havoc with my system, so I don't drink a lot of creamy drinks if I can help it.
If you remember a couple of, I don't know if you've seen them, but a couple of segments before this, we used Godiva. I light and dark, dark Godiva. I love creamy drinks, as I said, and I'm a chocoholic. That's
that'll look great.
That's where I'll go, in if I have something to do. I'm not really a big alcohol. A drink that is nothing but alcohol.
Are you kidding?
Okay, the Long Island iced tea.
You love a Long Island iced tea. I'm like going, that's nothing but alcohol.
Yeah, well.
I have to give him a hard time. Okay, Todd's a bourbon and a gin. Carmen is mudslide.
Oh!
Yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
That's in the bottle, but we'll still make it.
I think you'll have to find and see if you can find like a homemade mudslide drink. Okay, I'm just gonna check these out. They're not quite done, but they're getting done. Some of them are getting burnt, so I'm just gonna rotate the pans, the cookies, for a little bit. Yeah, these can definitely go for. Let's see. Well, there's one on this tray that I actually want to get off because he will burn if he stays in there. So. Sometimes when you're doing cookies, depending on and obviously it's very hard unless you're using a specific thing.
I don't know who likes mudslides. I can't remember who just said that.
That's Carmen.
But that's on the menu now. I do have one. I might have to make a couple before I show it, just to have them.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
But yes, I can. We'll look at that. Okay. There are other nasty things on here too.
There can't be anything nasty in a drink.
Top right.
Surfer on acid? Oh. Well, yeah, I guess, who comes up with these things? Okay, I'm going to show it. All right, well, there's 2 X-rated drinks that are called that. I'm on the orgasm page too. I've had a screaming orgasm. That's Bailey's, Kahlua, Amaretto, and vodka. Although I don't know how that would be. All right, I'm gonna pop this in for a quick minute. So,
Sorry, I didn't realize that until.
is that when you...
Now the mudslide is actually only a shooter, okay? But I'm sure we can go beyond that.
Well, basically, I mean, a mudslide is good vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should get in this while the mouth, being the mouth. Vanilla ice cream, chocolate syrup, and then the alcohol base.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go. There's a couple of things that you just mentioned that we'll look at. Some I haven't made, but some it might be nice to try because, as I said, these are some of the drinks that I'd like to try. I haven't done so in a
As
long
much
time.
as you drink, and you notice who's the one that's drinking. I'm the one that's drinking the martini. He's barely touched his drink.
In the spring, we will go into the tropical drinks.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, in the spring, I'm all about the tropical drinks.
Pina coladas, blue Hawaiians, Mai Tais.
Yeah, that one is definitely done. And I think this one now is done. Okay, so let me turn the timer off. And I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see that these, in fact, are now done. What I like to do with the chocolate chip cookies is I like to let them cool for about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Then I got to in the pan before I transfer them to the wire rack, to the cooling rack. What happens is if you do it right when they come out of the oven, they have a tendency to just kind of collapse on themselves. So this allows them to firm up enough to where you can lift them off. So yeah, we've done what? 4 drinks, 5 drinks now?
4 or 5 drinks, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We
if
started.
you still like them, well, just tell Joel what you
Yeah,
like
just
and we'll work
leave
on
them.
it.
Leave it down below, and we'll do that. Well, bourbon and gin. Well, a gin fizz would be fun.
Yeah, but you can drink that.
Well, yeah, you're
I
not a
don't
gin
drink
drinker.
I don't drink
And
gin.
I see when I drink gin, I love me a good Tanqueray and tonic. I'm not a huge fan of gin, but that would be my go-to if I drink gin.
Yeah, well,
But a slow gin fizz might not be bad. I don't even know what's in it. It's got to be something fizzy.
yeah, well, I'd have to look
As
it
long
up.
as it's not club soda. If it's
I
gin
am-
and club soda, you can forget me on that one, because that just doesn't sound good. So cheers to you guys. Oh, yours fall apart? Yeah, you gotta let them. I know it's very tempting to move the cookies, but they should sit for at least a couple of minutes. And then the other trick that I found over the years is you need to have a very good metal spatula, or rubber. Pancake turner, I think, is the proper.
No, spatula,
Well-
was right. Pancake with that.
You know, they changed the names on everything. I mean, when I was taking, what did I take? Home economics, which they don't offer. I don't think most schools are doing home ec anymore. Well, probably not the way that I did it. That's how I learned how to sew and how not to burn anything. I think I was an A+ student in home economics. And that's only because I learned from my grandmother when we did this. So what you want to do is you want to let these completely cool before you put them in a storage container, in a airtight container. These will last. I've had chocolate chips. I think one year I made them and Bob actually forgot that we had them. They got kind of buried. Which is actually kind of funny to think about it, because you do like chocolate chips. Now, don't forget, these are going to be a peppermint version of the chocolate chips. So they're going to taste a little bit different, but I don't think they're going to taste too bad. And like Chelsea, I know some of you guys are from Chelsea's channel. She has a habit of putting the cookie right in their mouth after they come out of the oven. And I don't suggest doing that unless you have like a what they call a fireproof mouth, because I would burn my tongue in my teeth and everything else in my throat doing that. So kind of allow your cookies to at least have 5 to 10 minutes of cooling time. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it was for when I was in elementary school. It was shop combined with home economics.
Life skills.
I don't consider how to make a wood piggy bank being a life skill. I guess
No,
if I was gonna...
I'm talking about now, life skills.
Well, yeah, I mean, when my mom did it back in the... she would have done it probably in the... No, she probably would have done it in the 50s. My mom was older than you were. I mean, she was born in 45, I believe.
Well, as I say...
Or was she 46? One of those years. Unfortunately, my mom is no longer with us. She died quite a few years ago. So I'm taking the last of the cookies, and you can actually stack them on here. What I suggest is allowing the first layer to cool if you're going to do that. And I'm actually going to get a second if Bob will be so kind to move his drink over. I'm going to grab another cooling rack. And I noticed, ooh, jeepers.
Oh, no, girl.
Haha. That was the 3-second rule that you guys don't. What is going on with me tonight?
You're taking too many off at the same time.
I'm throwing cookies all over the floor. Luckily, my husband cleaned the floor earlier. All right, we'll do this. Well, you know what? I'm doing it from a far away place. There we go. Okay, so saved all the cookies. None of the dogs got it. That's gonna end the chocolate chips. I'm gonna move you guys over to the kitchen table once I get the horse out of the way. What's your drink, dear? Thank you. Oh, let me move this over back where it goes.
Yeah, retirement days. I never did that.
That's Betty.
Okay, I never did that as far as sewing the bell bottoms. Wore a lot of them in the 70s, but.
No, I made, what did I do? I did, our project was shorts. We had to make shorts. And I don't know what possessed me. I was in a Flintstone, so they were like multicolored shorts. But I ended up sewing the pattern upside down in the back. So the back was upside down, the front was right side up. But then again, nothing about me is straight, so why should my shorts be any different?
I was just going to say, I never took anything like shop or home ec or anything like that. I was more the, I didn't have to because I played football and I was a wrestler, and that sort of got me out of some of those types of things. I'm not really...
Or was it because of the war? Nobody wanted to teach it after the war effort of World
Joel, it was long after the war. Yes, I'm a boomer. I know.
Yeah, you're a baby boomer, but okay. I would have thought that it would have been.
No, it had nothing to do with the war, because we're right in the middle of a war.
Oh, you were the Vietnam War, yeah. You were
the Vietnam War.
Or were you the Korean?
No. Oh, please.
Well, the Korean was in the 50s, wasn't it?
1950.
To what?
53.
Oh. Yeah, he would have been a kid back then. Why are we sitting in opposite chairs? You're in my chair and I'm in yours.
Because I just happened to sit down.
Oh, okay. Mouthpiece, don't make me come and get you. Edward.
Hey, Butchie, come here. Paw, come here.
Okay, Bonnie said she had to do shirts too, or shorts.
Skirts.
Oh, skirts. Yeah, I didn't have to do skirts, fortunately. I had to do, I can't even remember. It was, I think, a pillowcase and shorts. in sewing class, and then you had to learn how to thread one. Let me go get the mouthpiece. Bob, keep talking.
Yeah, we're obviously from different generations. He was in high school in the late 80s, early 90s, where I was I graduated high school in 67. So.
And I graduated in 91.
We were in different, things were different all that time. But, hi, Butchki.
That's not Butchki, that's the mouthpiece.
That's my Butchki. That's actually Pawpaw.
Yeah, this is Pawpaw.
But,
okay.
yeah, we're three different decades there. Carmen. Things change. I mean, it really is. It's funny how things changed since I was teaching in elementary school and grade and junior high. Things have changed in the past 10 years, for that fact, as far as what's offered and what students can get. So. Very cyclical because they're going to the life skills, which is cooking and sewing and things like that now. Going back to the high school, in the high school area.
They need to do more of like class of how to budget, balance a book, how to pay for groceries and stuff. I'm Grandma. Oh, okay, Grandma here graduated in 77. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I were.
I was actually around in 77. I was young in 77, but I was around. So I'm going to give you guys a poll on the next live. If you guys would rather me do a meal or if you wanted me to continue with the cookie tradition, let me know down below for the next live. Now, the next live will not be probably until the end of next week. I was going to try to do a live Sunday, but then I found out I have plans Sunday with the family, so I won't be doing any videos. Probably actually tomorrow or Sunday. There probably won't be any videos other than this live. But, yeah, let me know if you guys want another cookie or if you'd like me to do an actual meal. I know I'm not trying to compete with Chelsea, and I thought it was funny. I'm like, sooner or later, Chelsea and I are going to end up doing the same cookie. And sure enough, the minute I said snickerdoodle, she said, I've got that scheduled for this weekend. So I need to watch, of the paprika? Or paprikash?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The paprikash is so good. It's funny with the paprikash. It doesn't take long to make it. It's making the soup base that is the base of the paprikash that takes the longest. And I was talking to Bob. I don't remember when Grandma was alive, and you knew Grandma, obviously, or my grandmother.
Yeah.
I don't remember if she ever did the soup and the paprikash in the same day, or she did the soup ahead of time, pulled out what she needed for the paprikash, and then the next day made the paprikash.
Joel's biggest downfall is the fact that he tries to do too much at one time, and
He's usually successful, though. I complain about it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're successful, but you're frustrated. But
well, yeah, because I don't have an enormous kitchen. It's not the Taj Mahal of kitchens.
No, that's true.
Oh, I can't, because the camera's too far back, and I don't have the best eyes anymore.
Retirement days doesn't matter to me. I just like watching no matter what you cook. So.
Okay, all right.
Me too, and Carmen said the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Chelsea had talked about barbecuing or doing a rub for something. She may have told me that on this side one day. So we're gonna get into like when to put a rub on certain meats and do some grilling videos coming up.
I think that obviously in the spring to the summer, that's much more prevalent in the house. Although we do grill all year round. But,
I was gonna say, I just grilled tonight.
I know, but he does some things. I'm still waiting for his brisket. I mean, we have 4 brisket in the 3 now. I'm sorry.
You have 2.
Okay, 2. In one large and one small in the freezer, and I love it when he makes that brisket. So
I was gonna say I made brisket not that long ago. I think do we still have brisket frozen that's made?
I do. Okay, I do the same thing. I sometimes make 2 videos at once and have to remember to change my outfit. Okay.
I actually have done that, and that was with the chicken soup, and I was like, screw it, because you guys all saw the chicken soup still on the stove, so I'm like, I'll just separate the 2 videos, and we'll just do it all at once.
Yeah, Barney. I love anything from the grill. I really do. Anything.
Yeah, unless it's fish. You won't eat fish.
Well, that's because you don't eat fish.
You
don't do it because I won't eat it.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it for Christmas. There is going to be a seafood type dish Christmas Eve.
Then I'm going to Denny's.
You're going to Denny's. Well, you eat shellfish. If I got some shellfish, you would eat it. You like mussels. Be honest.
Yeah, I like seafood. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, you like clams and mussels and stuff.
That Denny's thing was an inside joke. We went to
Hawaii
for our first time out of the mainland, and we got there late, and we were going out of the hotel, and there was a Denny's across the street, and I said, "Well, let's go to Denny's." He about jumped down my throat.
Well, I didn't travel.
We're sitting in Hawaii with all this good stuff, and I want to go to Denny's.
Yeah, and you ended up going to Duke's Canoe Club. So we're gonna wrap. I think we're gonna start wrapping up the video because we're getting a little bit long. What did she say?
She said that is why you see the same shirt in the dip with the dip and coconut balls. She just uploaded. You know what? It's your kitchen. You can wear what you want.
True. That is true. You can wear whatever the heck you want. I'm surprised. I know Chelsea pre-recorded her 2 videos for today and tomorrow, and I was shocked when she changed. I was expecting her to wear her little Christmas tree outfit because I knew she did double videos ahead of time so she could just get them out on time. What did Carmen have to say?
Everyone cooks different, and it's fun to watch.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah. That's what makes cooking so unique. There are so many different ways that you can cook, and there is really no right or wrong way to cook.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on Netflix or Prime Video, but they have a series now, and it's not Julia. It's called Julia, all right? And I'm sure it's a show of Julia Childs, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a comedy or.
No, it's based on Julia Child's life and how she got into the chef. Because Julia Childs was never meant to be a chef. She just wound up being the first woman who had her own cooking show, and she became a chef.
Yeah, well.
Although I don't think she never worked in a restaurant or.
She didn't have to with that kitchen of hers.
No, yeah. Although her kitchen, what you saw on TV was in the beginning until Paul made her actual kitchen in Cambridge was actually small. Her first studio kitchen was really, really tiny. I did see videos of that. So, I'm going to let you guys go. I know you guys were on with Chelsea, and now you've been an hour with me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to both of us. We hope you guys enjoyed the videos. I'll be bringing him back for another holiday drink and doing some cooking. And I wish you guys a great weekend. Stay safe out there. I know if you're on East Coast, you guys are going to get hit with some snow. So hopefully you don't get a lot of snow. And I will see you on the next Cooking with Joel. And I will definitely go live sometime, probably next Friday, after Chelsea's video is when I'll probably go live again. You have anything you want to add?
This has been the first time I've been through this whole thing, so it's interesting, and I like the comments that you people are making, and keep them coming. And again, if you need something,
here
as
you
far as
should
the
actually
drink,
get on.
well,
There we
if you
go.
need something as far as the drink is concerned that you haven't tried and you'd like to know if it's worth it, I'll try to make it and let you know if it's worth it, because I'll be honest with you, this wouldn't be my first choice as far as the Brandy Alexander.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you don't have to make that one.
But I
This
was
one
looking.
could
I was
be
looking
good.
at cream drinks.
Okay.
So
You were doing a cream drink.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. I've been cooking, and I gotta put the chocolate chip cookies away. So we'll
if
see
he
you.
gets any to put away.
You eat all of them before the kids come, and I'll smack you. Not literally, but anyway.
he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
All right, guys. I'll see you
Good
on the
night.
next Cooking with Joel video. Yes, honey. Ugh.